Hi, this is Jay with Lo Shu Numerology.com, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Bill. Bill, I've got your birthday digits up here. I've got them all mixed up, and we took out the zeros because we don't use zeros in Lo Shu. And we're going to bring these down here into the grid. The fives go here. We've got a couple nines, a 1, and a 6, and that is it for the numbers. Now we take a look at patterns. We look for rows, columns, and diagonals that have all numbers or no numbers. Nothing in the rows, but columns, we've got one right here, which is a nothing there, so it gets a dashed arrow. This one is full, so it gets a solid arrow. Nothing here, and then our diagonals are a mix of some and none, so no arrows there. And now we look for locations that have more than one digit. Only one of those here, and those are the 9s. So we've got all of the patterns. We found the numbers that we need. The next thing I'm going to do is grab the Lo Shu deck. I'm going to go through here, Bill, and pull out all of the cards that we need for this reading. I'll be right back with that. First thing we're going to be doing in this reading is looking at this first column. That arrow is a dashed arrow. This column is the thought arrow. Are you an idea person or are you an action person? It's dashed, which means no thought. It is action. So when somebody says, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you better not do that, your natural inclination, Bill, is to say, oh yeah? But there are times when you need to do a little bit of the thinking before you jump into whatever it is. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes the spontaneity is exactly what people are looking for. And this says that you are a spontaneous person. So that's good. Just watch out for it. The next thing is the arrow in the center column. That is will or passion. Do you move with intention or do you drift? And this says you move with intention. It is a plus. And so this is really interesting, the two of these together. Well, first of all, what this means is you dive into something and you give it your all. And the thing about that is that most people can do that when it's something that they're really interested in, but you have the ability to, it doesn't matter what it is, whether you're interested in it or not, you can kind of create an internal passion that really gets you revved up about doing whatever it is. And so these two things together, just diving into something, and then the plus will, basically you give it your all. And these two things together can be really powerful. And finally, we're going to be looking at the numbers, the 9s. And this is interesting because, as you're going to see in just a second, these all work together. 9 is change. And people who show an abundance of change are often the same people who can be counted on to get projects completed. Anybody can start something. Some of us can start lots of things. But it really takes somebody special to be able to actually get a project across the finish line, to finish it. So this tells me you're willing to jump in, give something your all, a lot of passion for it, and actually push it through to completion. This series right here tells me, Bill, that if somebody wants to get something accomplished, they need to point you at it and say, go. There's your reading. I hope it gives you something to think about.